Now this right here,
Yeah.
there's no Asian countries here, right?
Nah.
So I'm a double though, right?
No, I didn't say that. That's
What
you
am I?
saying.
No, I'm a, what
Y'all
am I?
saying.
Where I fall under this?
You fall under with Chinese,
Japanese.
the Amis. You're allowed lots of kids.
Okay.
Lots of
Well,
children.
how about if I'm mixed? Like say I'm half Puerto Rican and I'm Japanese. Then what?
Which side? Well, it depends on which side. The
Father's
Bible.
side.
Okay, you Puerto Rican. You ain't Asian at all. Your father. The Bible go by the father.
All right.
The nationality comes. The father puts the seed in the woman. Whatever seed is in that woman grows into whatever came out, whatever it came from. You put an apple inside of China. You put an apple inside of Hawaii. You put an apple inside of Africa. No matter where that apple grows, it'll always be a what? Apple seed grow all the be.
Shalom brothers, this is Kalamad. I got another a quick video today. First I want to give all praise and honors to the Most High and His Son Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and honors to you brothers out there that are defending the gospel. The video I want to go into today on the subject I want to go into today is basically I was watching one of Nate's Camp's videos. I forget which one. It might have been the Bronx Camp if I'm not mistaken, but they had this dude who looked like an Ammonite, but he goes on, if you watch the clip, which I'll put it in a post-production so you can see, but yeah, this guy who came in, he looked like an Ammonite, so-called Japanese person, but then as you watch, he goes on to explain that his father was a his father was a Puerto Rican, an Ephraimite, and his mother was Japanese. Alright, so that, in that case, that would make him an Israelite, right? So the reason I'm bringing that out is because it takes faith to believe that we are the children of Israel, because we can't know that for sure. There is no way we can know that for sure. We have no physical documents or any physical proof to show that we indeed descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and so on and so forth, that we come from that chosen line. We don't have it. We just don't have it. All we have is the Spirit, which you see is the first scripture I got up here. Alright? We're not in the time that we have those records and whatnot so we can prove our pedigrees. We don't have that. Right now it's all about faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But this is the same faith, the same thing that Nate is trying to make void, making mockery of what he called faith-based preachers or faith-based Israelites, making mockery and scorning at that, when in fact that's all we have. Alright? So let me just get straight to it. This is Romans 8 verse 16 and 17. It says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Alright, so it says the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. What is the Spirit? It's the words of the book. Alright, which is another thing he's trying to make void. Alright, because in the video, he basically said, in that clip that the brother Yakanan did up in Chicago or Detroit, I forget where, but he basically brought that out in the video clip. Nate saying, what is the scripture going to do for you if you have no food to eat, no clothes to wear? Alright? So he's basically trying to make null and void the scriptures, when the scripture and faith is all we got. Faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, keeping his promise to us that we're going to be saved, that the elect will be saved when the destruction comes. That's all we got. But this clown Nate is trying to pretty much make null and void all that. Alright? Now let's go to Ezra 2 verse 61. I'm reading this for a point that I mentioned earlier. It says, and the children of the priests, the children of Habaiah, the children of Kaz, the children of Barzillai, which took the wife of the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite, was called after their name. These sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore were they as polluted from the priesthood. What is that talking about? Basically, these men back then had records that they could go and say they're from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Judah, or Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Ephraim, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Gad, and so on and so forth. They had actual physical proof and records so they could go and present them to the priest and say, look, this is what tribe I'm from, I'm indeed an Israelite, and thus they would be accepted in. But if they didn't have that, then it says here, therefore were they as polluted from the priesthood, meaning they were Israelites, but they didn't have the proof, so they were casted away pretty much. That's what that's talking about, and that's what we don't have today. We don't have physical proof that they were Israelites, but the Spirit shows that we're Israelites. We fit the curses, all right, which is the main thing. We fit the prophecy, really. That's the main thing. We fit the prophecy. Everything mentioned in all the prophecies and the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that fits the people who you know as the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latin Americans, and the so-called Native American tribes, who they deem as minorities. The curses and those prophecies fit us. So that's how we know. We have to have faith that that fits us, because if that fits us, if the curses fits us, what else is going to fit us? The blessings. But if you don't have no faith that that's going to happen, hey, the scripture says, woe unto you that have lost faith. Alright? When you go to Sirach, the 2nd chapter. For when when the destruction comes, you won't be defended. Alright? So Nate basically, when you go into his doctrine, you watch his videos, and you go into what he's putting out, it's like it's complete Swiss cheese. There's tons of holes in his doctrine that you can drive a Mack truck through. Alright? So now let's go back to Romans 8, and I'm going to start at verse 21, and I'm going to read to 25. It says here, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? So what does it mean to hope in something that you can't see? That means to have faith that that in fact is going to come true, because we haven't seen the kingdom of heaven. But we hope for it to come, and we have faith that it's going to come. We have faith in the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that indeed is going to come, that the wickedness that's going on this earth is going to be totally gotten rid of, and we're going to rule. And we're going to establish righteousness through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on the earth, and reign, and have peace. But if you see it, then what's the point in hoping for it? How can you have faith in it? Alright? Verse 25, but if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're patiently waiting and hoping for the kingdom to come, for the Most High to send His Son Yahweh Shai to redeem the elect. Alright? So now let's go to Zechariah, the 9th chapter. It says here, Zechariah 9 verse 12, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. That means we're prisoners of hope. It says it clearly. We are prisoners of hope. What does it mean? That means that's all we got. We have no other choice but to hope that we can make it out of here. Because if pretty much the scripture says that if what we're preaching is untrue, then we of all men are most miserable. We have no hope. But you know what? We believe that the elect are going to be saved by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We believe that the earth is going to be turned into righteousness and turned into a paradise. So we have faith that those words written in the book are going to come true. Alright? That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Alright? I was kind of using that video with Nate to kind of segue into the fact that all we have is faith and hope at the end of the day. And guess what? We have to have faith that even if we are children of Israel, that we're going to be saved, because even within Israel you have the elect, and then you have those that are going to be condemned. So you're out there talking that madness, saying that we don't need faith, or you're scoffing at faith, and then you're saying we don't need the word, or the word won't do nothing for us. That just proves that you're that much of a wicked person, and you've completely sold out. Alright? And the brothers got, a couple weeks ago, brothers did a sit down. Well, another article came out. Lord willing, soon we're going to go into it. The article the brother found, just to show how wicked you are. Alright? Now I want to go into this word hope. It's going to be the last what I do before the last scripture. It says here, the Hebrew word is from taqwa, if I'm reading it right. Might be reading it totally wrong, but taqwa, if I'm reading it right, taqwa. Forgive me if I'm reading it wrong, but when we go down to the definition of it, it says 1, cord, 2, hope, expectation, A, hope, B, ground of hope, C, things hoped for, outcome. What should this make you think of? Things hoped for. Hey, the last scripture we're going to go to, Hebrews 11 verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When we read this whole chapter of Hebrews 11, it goes into all the great works that the men of the Lord did throughout all history, and the one key ingredient that they all had was what? Faith. That's what they had at the end of the day. Alright? So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I wanted to make it quick. Lord willing, you brothers out there who watch it are edified. And till the next show, Shalom.